Today, we are going to cover a subject that's a sore subject. As a matter of fact, that's a very sore subject with everybody. Uh, I don't care who you are, it's slimy used car dealers. Now, we're not going to mention the car dealer just yet because I might have a deal worked out. But let me tell you about this 2017 Ford Escape, okay? The paint was peeling there on the passenger side, in case you guys don't know what the right side of a car is, in here. Now there's evidence of my sealer, okay? That's looks a little on the rough side, and this black stuff, it's a primer sealer, and it's specifically made for issues because I believe what happened was this car may have been on a car lot. It may not even have been purchased yet, and it has all the earmarks of a slimy car dealer, and not putting it on the car sheet, but it may have gotten some vandalism. Who knows? When they come on the car carrier, they come with scratches and dents in them, and the dealers straighten it out, and you never know the car was scratched. You never know the car was dented, okay? So anyway, the windshield was stress fractured, so they put a used Ford windshield in with the Indiana plant. How do I know that it was a used windshield, and how do I know that it was stress cracked? Well, I've got a lifetime in this business, okay, because I could never pay anybody really to fix my cars. And to tell you the truth, the way I see the workmanship these days and stuff like this happening to people, I'm afraid to take my vehicle anywhere, okay? All right, so now that we're not getting carried away, but it was a used windshield, and when they store them at those salvage yards, they start getting a memory from the heat, and they start getting tempered. Okay, so you can heat them up and fit them in the car, and they'll be in there a couple of months before they get that memory back. All it takes is a hot or a cold day. Well, we had an extremely hot summer, and the window will pop, and it was stress fractured equally on either side. The stress fractures, they were identical. Okay, so let's cover another sore subject with folks, is this road rot. Because here at my shop, I have come up with a complete solution, because this guy's got a major problem, and the bed is still in really decent shape on this truck. Now you can tell this was repainted, has all the earmarks of the little bit of ripple and stuff in it, and that's mainly the paint gun and so forth. So I don't know, that bedside was repaired. But let me tell you about these bed rails. I call them rails, bed supports. Schmitty down at Atos Metals is my angel, okay? That man's work is dead balls on, every measurement, every time, just about, except when he's getting gray hair just like I have, and he does make mistakes. He's not God, but he's my God that I worship. So this is the solution when your bed supports and your bed is in decent shape, because the bed floor on this is pretty good. It's getting those rots, the rot in the corner over here, and that's going to be my next gallon of wool wax. As I said, people probably think I drink this shit because sometimes I put it on their bills, but we got the descaler there. So after this Ford's apart, we've got to get my buddy over here. Because of the bumper, I'm going to try to scooch that bed forward, get him in here with his, yeah, you can see this bed was, you can see the runs right there. So it was repainted, so I am correct. Maybe they put a bedside on it. It sounds like there's a little bit of body work there, right there. Now remember, I'm the worst cameraman in American history. Okay, I don't know if you're going to be able to see this, but I would have been persecuted by Steven Spielberg and Hollywood. I'm not even qualified to do animal porn. I'm that bad. So the sun angle here is pretty good. You might be able to see that. But this girl, she has her issues too. So I have her steel sitting over there, ready to go. Flushed $1,000 down the toilet, basically, because I did get some other metals for this, and then I need approval. We got another problem there. I don't know if he's going to address that with his lighting. That was probably due to repair. They maybe lost the gasket or something in there. Okay, so you're not going to beat guys like me that know the trade, and especially when a bed's been repainted and it has all the earmarks of being repainted. And then you see when your bed is rusting out, you see what it does to your pretty little wheels? Okay, it's starting to taint the wheels. Okay, that's not from the rotors, that's not from the brakes. Okay, it could be a little bit from those rotors. I see he has new calipers and stuff on them, probably decent ones. And then that has all the rot there on those hangers. So I'm going to get the kit for him for those hangers, and I'm going to have that put on the truck down at my uncle's shop, because that has that carrier underneath, and I'm basically going to make that carrier. I already have a template for it. So I've got a lot of measuring to do and a lot of work to do. And then our little red Silverado, she needs back brakes and wheel cylinders. I can't really get a pedal up on her. So one of those wheel cylinders is probably given out. And she does need to get tires. But in the meantime, I got to get working. I called her. I'm going to give her a complimentary bottle of wax with her back with her car, that she learns to take care, a little bit of care of it. This Ford paint is not what it used to be, the clear coat, and the UV is it's horrible. This is a high solids clear. You see the difference? It's like a mirror. You know, you guys that use that regular clear coat, now that's got a legion of dirt. We have construction around here, and I get a fresh coating of filth daily. So it's not a really good example, but I'm going to clean that hood down since it's been recently cleared. But it's like a mirror because it's high solids. And a lot of shops have gone to high solids because of the UV. So I'll give you guys that hint. But up here in the Hillbilly Hills too, we have the road salt to fight. So when you get a truck like this and it's basically in good shape, you've got to talk the man into spending the money on it, whether you can or you can't. Everybody's got a budget. And a lot of us older folks and veterans, we live on a fixed income. It's the reason why I'm doing this stuff here. But some of it gets so fastidious, and you know, you get behind because of bad parts, broken parts, missing parts, no parts. Just like the red Silverado over here. I ordered a drive shaft 2 weeks ago. That drive shaft has been more places in the last 2 frickin' weeks. After it left California, it went to New Mexico, then it went to Texas, then it went to Louisiana, then it went to North Dakota, then it went to South Dakota, then it went to Tennessee, then it went to Kentucky, and finally it was in, I think, Farmington, Pennsylvania somewhere. I have no clue, but that goddamn drive shaft's been around the world 7 times. I'm telling you, I don't know what the hell is going on with FedEx, that drive shaft. I know FedEx is not flying a lot of air freight. Oh, and Frankenford is back for his completion. I got to treat those welds today. So after the little Ford gets put away in her hiding spot over there, Frankenford's coming back up here. And I'm hoping those gaskets get here in the next day or 2. If not, he's just going to have to bring it back. All right. And we lost a motor on the Ford due to Felpro. Let me show you Felpro. Another bite in my butt. I know I'm the worst cameraman. Look at those grommets. Look at the condition of those. It started leaking, and all of a sudden I didn't have any oil up in the cylinders, and she locked up. She's probably seized in the bearings, if not the rings. I did put a little trans fluid down in the rings, but you know what that's worth. I might have to fill those cylinders to see if I could free it up. But I'm just going to say that engine was built to the hills, and I'm just probably going to have to get another one and do the same thing. Thanks, Felpro, you jerk-offs. Anyway, enjoy my videos of everything automotive gone wrong, especially slimy car dealers, okay? Remember your Pennsylvania Dutch uncle? Okay? This woman got one of those extended warranties, a level 2 warranty on the car, and oh, the paint's not covered, oh, the windshield's, okay? Hey, your new car warranty is about to expire. You know what? You might as well keep that money in your pocket and just put $50, $20, whatever you can afford a week out of a paycheck. I pity the poor people that have a new car, that are living, you know, couples and single people on a fixed income, and they got a new car payment. But the way this road salt eats these cars out, and by the way, road salt is a calcium sodium cyanide. They're telling me it's safe for the water table. Hey, go throw a bag of rock salt out on your lawn and see what it does. Okay, it rots the roots of these trees out. If you go up like the Broad Mountain here and you go along these major highways, the trees, especially the pines, the soft metal trees, they've all wilted down to nothing, and it's because of that cyanide that they're putting on the roads. It's rotting the roots of those trees right out. And they use special vegetations here along the roads to hold the soil and so forth. But a lot of those things invite those other species of plants with those other species of insects that don't belong here. They're an invasive, intrusive species. So that's how we're getting these little moths and little critters that don't belong here, and these strange looking bugs. They're inviting them here. You know what? Go back to using sand and cinder on the roads, and people can sit their ass at home when it's really bad weather. I don't know what they're breaking over there. But anyway, my advice to folks, keep your money in your pocket. Those extended car warranties are worthless, okay? And it's the slimiest thing a car dealer can do is screw a single mother that just had a child pass away. I don't know what's wrong with people. But I'll tell you something. I'm going to go down that car dealer's throat with YouTube. Okay, you don't do that stuff to people, and you don't sell them an extended warranty, give them that warm and fuzzy feeling on the inside, and then you tell them, oh, that's not covered. You know what? It's so uncool today. I tell you what, because somebody like me would be more inclined to pop you. You'd get hurt doing that to somebody like me. A couple people tried doing it to me. They got wrecked stores, or they got grabbed a hold of, and I don't like doing that at my age. But you don't do something criminal and tell somebody, oh, they got a warranty, you're covered, and then you come back, you got a problem, and oh, that's not covered. You just don't do that to people. That's called fraud. And unfortunately, the legal system is not for the consumer up here. You give a lawyer money, he disappears and goes down to the casino with the money, and you don't see him. And you never really get justice in court here. It's terrible in Pennsylvania to say that, but look at a slimy piece of garbage we have for a governor. Thanks, guys. Y'all have a good afternoon. I got to get back to work.